Yo, what's going on guys? Arekkz here and welcome to Battlefield 5. If you guys have been following our coverage so far, then you'll know that both myself and TwoSixNine are over in LA for E3 this week, and that means we're going to be checking out a ton of new games. We already uploaded our first impressions for Anthem, having gone hands-on with it, so if you haven't seen that, then definitely be sure to check that out on the channel. But in this video, we're talking about Battlefield 5. We had a chance to sit down yesterday and test out the new mode, Grand Operation, which is an expansion on the operations mode introduced in Battlefield 1. It'll see you get involved in iconic battles from World War II and play these out over a number of days. The better you do, the further you can take it, but with each passing day, your resources get lower and lower, so it really does give you that feeling of sticking it out in these long, brutal battles, where near the end, you're literally down to the last man standing. It's a really fun mode and definitely does a good job of showing off the different aspects of the game. We had a chance to play for a good few hours, so in this video, I thought we'd share 5 reasons that you will love Battlefield 5. If you do enjoy this, then a like would be super appreciated, and be sure to comment down below, let us know what you think, what you're most excited about, and of course, any questions you may have. So, kicking things off at number 1, you have Fortifications. This is new in Battlefield 5 and is especially useful and prevalent in a mode like Grand Operations. Fortifications allow you to build a variety of different defensive objects or structures, if you will, things like sandbag walls, turrets, barbed wire, and these can really help you shape your battles. From what we played, it seems like all classes have the ability to build the same things, but some seemed a little bit faster than others. The way it works is that you swap to your tool, and then you'll see these little transparent object outlines to indicate what you can build and where. Naturally, you'll need to try and do this sensibly in battle, but it was a really cool new addition because it allows you to get stuck in areas that would otherwise have been too open to engage, or perhaps gives you options in times where you're trying to defend a key point in a mission. Then, moving on from there to number 2, we have Vehicle Detachments. The ability to attach and detach certain vehicles from one another, allowing you to move them to more advantageous locations. In Battlefield, vehicles are an incredibly important part of gameplay, especially in modes like Grand Operation, where in our situation we had to take down a ton of planes that were dropping in assaulting pilots. Some of the vehicles, like the mounted turrets, are super strong, but they're also somewhat fixed in their location, and they can't move on their own. In Battlefield 5, you can attach those turrets to the back of some vehicles and drive them around to put them in much better locations and to take down incoming enemies. And you can then either continue to drive them around the map, should you wish, or you can detach them and leave them in a new location, in turn, giving you more freedom when it comes to defensive vehicle placements. After that, number 3, this one isn't exactly new per se, it's something you've kind of come to expect from Battlefield games, but it also applies to Battlefield 5, and that is general gunplay. Gunplay in Battlefield 5 is incredibly satisfying, the weapons feel great, they handle really well, they're responsive, and at least from our brief time going hands-on, general gunplay felt more satisfying than Battlefield 1. Now, I'm not sure if that's because the original World War I setting from Battlefield 1 meant the weapons genuinely weren't as advanced, and thus handling, responsiveness and the like genuinely wouldn't have been as good, or whether there have been some underlying improvements to the engine and overall handling. But it just felt really good to play. Bullets went where you aimed, guns felt really great to fire, and in the heat of battle, when you're up against a full enemy squad, it's just comforting knowing that you can really rely on your weapons. Next up, number 4 is the overall map design. Now, during our time going hands-on, we only got to test out one map, but the map we did play on was really well made. First up, talking about it more aesthetically, it was a snowy map, which always gets bonus points for me, but the snow effects looked incredible. The way the snow moved and reacted to objects, players, vehicles, really was stunning. We were also playing on PC, so naturally the game looked as good as it could. However, speaking more about the actual map design, the layout was really well done. It felt like the action in this particular situation was being directed or funneled down 3 main lanes, and no matter where you went, you were always able to get into the action pretty quickly. I know in the past I've had situations where I felt like I was running for miles in search of action, but in this map, each of the core lanes ultimately led me into more conflict pretty quickly, so the pacing ended up being much more enjoyable. And then finally, in at number 5, we have graphics. In short, Battlefield 5 is a really, really good looking game. And I know graphics aren't everything, but when your underlying gameplay is solid and the game looks this good, it really does make for a complete package. From the overall landscape to the weapon details, the particle effects to the way everything reacts to the weather around it, the graphics really were impressive. Battlefield 1 was already a really good looking game, but Battlefield 5 looks even better. And naturally, we got to experience that a little more given that we were playing on a PC. But that, my friends, is pretty much it for the time being. That was just a brief look at some of the gameplay we managed to record whilst playing Battlefield 5 at E3, and some of the stuff that stood out to us. Again, let me know in the comments down below what you thought, or if you have any questions, and be sure to keep it locked for much more E3 coverage throughout the week. Thanks again for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.